Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about some beauty brands that I secretly am hoping will come to either Sephora or Ulta. Within the last year, Ulta especially has started carrying so many new brands. It's really exciting and it makes so many products so much more accessible, not to mention the fact that Ulta has an amazing rewards program. So pretty much if I can buy a product at Ulta, that's where I want to buy it. But Sephora also has a really great selection and their shipping is bomb. Sephora shipping comes so fast for me. I don't even have Flash anymore and I still get my orders usually within like 2 to 3 days max. So between the two of them, I'm kind of happy to do the majority of my beauty shopping. But I don't know about you, I'm one of those people that I don't love buying direct from brands, especially if they're brands outside of the United States and I have to pay an arm and a leg for shipping. So this is my personal little wish list. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that within the next year, these are the brands that will show up at Sephora or Ulta one day when I'm gonna be browsing the new arrival section. I'm just gonna see these guys show up and I'm gonna basically mildly freak out a little bit. But before I get into things, I do wanna say hello and welcome to any of you who are new here to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lauren. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting about all kinds of beauty goodness with me today. And if you've recently subscribed, if you've found me through my makeup declutter series that I did last week, I know a lot of people subscribed, which is so exciting. Thank you so much for choosing to click that button and to come back and check out more of my videos. I really hope you enjoyed them. Definitely let me know always in the comment section if you have videos you want to see from me, if you have suggestions. I always love getting your feedback. So say hello, introduce yourself, let me know what's up. And with that being said, let's get into the 7 brands that I'm really hoping we'll see at Sephora or Ulta in the near future. The first brand is Nabla Cosmetics. I actually am wearing the Nabla Soul Blooming palette on my eyes today. I am mildly obsessed with it. It is so beautiful. It has a nice selection of blues and purples and warm neutral tones, and it's just, it speaks to my soul. Nabla is an Italian brand though, and they're not really sold at any US retailers, so you pretty much can only buy them either direct from Nabla if you live here in the United States, or you can get them on Beauty Bay. But from what I've heard, Beauty Bay's shipping takes forever. When I ordered Soul Blooming over Black Friday from Nabla directly, I did get my palette within about a week or so that was really nice, but shipping was $10. So that just, it always kind of kills me just a little bit, especially if I'm only ordering one product or maybe 2 products to spend like $8, $9, $10 to ship it to me. And just, maybe that's just a me thing. Let me know if you feel the same way. But it would just totally make my life if Nabla came to, I would say I would expect them to come to Ulta more so than Sephora. And I mean, personally, if I could use my Ulta points on Nabla products, that would be the best thing ever. But I just feel like given their price point and the fact that there's quite a few international brands carried at Ulta, I feel like Nabla would fit right in. They just have some beautiful products, beautiful eyeshadow palettes. They also sell tons of eyeshadow singles. They have blushes and highlights and concealers and lip products, and there's so much from the brand that I really want to try and that I'm very excited by. And honestly, the only thing that's holding me back is that it's not easy for me to access and that it does cost so much to ship. And if I want to get free shipping, I have to spend like $100, which I'm one of those people that I don't usually spend that much money on one makeup order at a time. I'm like maybe $50 max per order. I try to be pretty reasonable and pretty restrained when I'm shopping for makeup somehow. So if by later this year, the fall time, they're still nowhere in the sites here in the United States, maybe I will place like one large order to try a bunch of Nabla products. I can save up and kind of plan to do that. But man, I feel like so many people would probably enjoy their products and don't even know they exist because they are not sold anywhere here in the United States. So Ulta, please make my dreams come true and bring Nabla to your stores. On that same kind of note, the second brand that I would love to see in Sephora or Ulta is Zoeva. Now, Zoeva is a German brand, again, not really sold here at any US retailers. I did happen to manage to find one small boutique in New York City that was carrying some of their stuff, but the prices were kind of jacked up a little bit, probably just because shipping them to the United States is expensive, and I'm sure the retailer kind of incorporated that into their pricing. But in Europe, where where Zoeva is sold, it's considered like a mid-tiered price point, kind of like Pixi. It's not as cheap as like Maybelline, L'Oreal, drugstore-wise, but it's not the same as a high-end Sephora brand. Like one of their eyeshadow palettes would retail for around like 22 euros, which is under 30 US dollars. So not too crazy expensive, not like super affordable, but the kind of brand that, again, I think would fit in so well at Ulta. And just like with Nabla, there are quite a few products from Zoeva that I'm curious about. Like I've heard really great things about their eyeliners, and I would like to try some more of their face products, because at this point, all I've tried, just like Nabla, is one eyeshadow palette. But it kills me, especially with more affordably priced products. Like if a palette, if part of the appeal of it is it's supposed to be more affordable and it's gonna be under 30 US dollars for me to buy, if I have to tack on another $10 in shipping just to get that product, it's like, man, now it's basically the same thing as buying an ABH palette or maybe something from Urban Decay. And then I start to ask myself, well, if I'm gonna spend that much money, do I want to get just like the higher end palette anyway? And it just kind of deters me from making those purchases. So here's to hoping that maybe Sephora or Ulta will notice that Zoeva is a pretty popular brand in Europe, and with, I feel like, the global beauty community coming together more with social media, I feel like a lot of brands in Europe are becoming noticed by US consumers. There's a lot more interest and hopefully more people are asking for it. So fingers crossed. I would love to see Zoeva come to Ulta. This next brand, I feel like I could see it going either way. I could see either Sephora or Ulta carrying their products. For some reason, my gut is telling me they'd be a better fit at Ulta, but I think they could fit in either retailer. And that brand is Pistache Skincare. I have been so curious about Pistache for probably over a year now. I first heard about them from watching Coffee Break with Danny, because she is kind of addicted to their boyfriend body butter. It smells kind of like pistachio cookies, which is 100% up my alley. Side note, I just discovered that pistachio Oreo thins are a thing, and they are freaking delicious. Would recommend. Go buy them if you like pistachio things. Anyway, their body butter and their shower oil are two things I've had my eye on for a while. I've gone to the website and like put them in the shopping cart multiple times and then not checked out and not actually purchased them. Mostly because I've been trying to kind of rein in my beauty spending, and I don't need a new body wash or body lotion right now, so I kind of feel guilty spending the money on those products when I don't really need them. But if they were carried at Ulta and I was cashing in like 2,000 points and just wanted to splurge and treat myself, those are exactly the kinds of products I would buy. Not to mention, if they were sold at Ulta, I could probably use a coupon, or maybe I would be able to get a point multiplier or something like that. Again, it kind of kills me to be spending my money, especially when I'm spending like $20, $30, $40, $50 on a website where I'm not really getting any bang for my buck. I'm not getting any return on my investment. I'm not getting any kind of rewards points, except maybe to buy more things on that website that I'm not going to need to buy again for another 6 months, 8 months, a year. But their products they look so nice. They sound so appealing to me. Like they will smell delicious and they'll be really luxurious and hydrating. They're infused with pistachio oil and really good hydrating ingredients. So I want them really bad. I feel like I'm gonna try Pistache sometime this year. Like I'm gonna cave, it's gonna happen. I'm just kind of holding my breath a little bit that they'll end up being carried at Ulta and then I'll be able to buy it there, because they've gained a lot of traction and popularity in the beauty community thanks to influencers like Danny. So I'm hoping Ulta will have taken notice of the brand and they'll work something out, and then I'll be able to use my points to get some body butter. The fourth brand that I would love to see come to Sephora or Ulta this year is Melt Cosmetics. Now, Melt is an indie brand. They pretty much have just been exclusively sold on their own website as far as I'm aware. And so I honestly don't know how likely it is that they'll want to be carried at some kind of major beauty retailer. But if they did, I would be all on top of that, because Melt products, they are expensive. And again, if I'm going to be dropping a lot of money into a product, I'd love to be able to put that money also into a rewards program that will allow me to get more beauty and samples and whatnot later. Melt is one of the 9 brands that I said I want to try in 2019, so I don't really know what will happen. And again, if they don't end up being carried at Sephora or Ulta by like mid-year, I'll probably just cave and make an order from the website. Like I really want to try one of their eyeshadow palettes. I'm very excited excited to see what they're gonna launch this year. I know they just released a new stack that has a bunch of duos, and I'm kind of hoping that they'll do a similar thing with another kind of color story, because blue is not exactly my vibe. So yeah, I'm excited for Melt. I've heard nothing but great things about their eyeshadow formula, but it's just, their stacks are very expensive, and it pains me to order them from the brand knowing that I'm not really gonna get anything back for that. Now, this next brand I use all the time and I love, and so this is not so much a personal like barrier to buying the product reason. This is more, I think they would do really, really well, and I would love to see more people know about and use their brushes. But I think it would be amazing if MODA started being carried at Ulta. Right now, MODA brushes are sold at Walmart, or you can get them online direct from their website. If you guys don't know, I'm the Maven of the month for MODA for January. This video is not sponsored by MODA at all. My sponsored videos were already done and posted earlier this month. But I genuinely love their brushes. I think they're great and they're very affordable. They're super, super cute. And I think for the average consumer, they are amazing. And I think a lot of people still don't even know they exist. And yes, they're at Walmart, which is a major retailer. But if you don't know they're there, you don't really know to go looking for them. And I feel like the displays are often not super prominent. So I just feel like still, as I've been having conversations with people, letting them know, oh, I'm the MODA Maven of the month for January, a lot of people have never heard of MODA and still never tried their brushes. And I feel like if they came to Ulta, they would get so much more exposure and so many more people would think and be curious to try them. I honestly have no idea what their deal is with Walmart. Like maybe they have some kind of exclusive contract where they can't sell in other retailers. So I have no idea how likely it is that they will ever be carried at Ulta, but that is something I think would be awesome, because I think just so many more people would go out and try their brushes, and considering how amazing they are, I would love to see that happen for the brand. It's kind of a similar story with this next brand. I really enjoy their products. I got introduced to them through Ipsy, through being a subscriber, getting samples. Every time I go to a Gen Beauty event, I usually buy and stock up on a few things. So I haven't really had to directly order from the brand's website, but man, I think they would do fantastically at Ulta, and I would love to see them there, so it would just make it so much easier for me to purchase and try new products. And that brand is Purlisse. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that this hasn't already happened yet, because it feels like it just makes sense. I think about so many other similar brands like Low Recipe and Leaders and Laneige, and all of them are carried at either Sephora or Ulta. So Purlisse just kind of, to me, in my mind, fits right in with all of those sort of Asian beauty brands. And I'm like, where's Purlisse? Where's the love? Why are they not here? I love so much of Purlisse's skincare. Their new watermelon moisturizer is fantastic. Their sheet masks are so good, and I think they would do really well, honestly, at either retailer. So this is one that just kind of more confuses me, or like just for convenience factor, because I would love to continue to buy and try Purlisse products. It would just be so much easier if they were available at Sephora and Ulta, and it just seems like this is a thing that should already be happening, and I don't know why it isn't. And the last brand that I would love to see come to a Sephora or Ulta is a little indie brand, and this is more of like, I would love to see them grow and thrive in the new year, and I feel like they would just explode their customer base if they could get that exposure. And that brand is Brooklyn Botany. If you guys have been watching my videos, you've heard me talk about their products numerous times on here before. They have an amazing charcoal shampoo for your hair. They have incredible body scrubs. They have a really nice vitamin C serum and other skincare. They're constantly kind of like innovating and coming up with new products, because they're still kind of like an up and coming brand. They're very indie. You can only buy them online from their website, but their prices are super reasonable, and all of their formulas are very clean, like really, really good ingredients. The brand owner is super nice. He and I have chatted a bit on Instagram, and he's sent me a few different things to test out, and honestly, I haven't been disappointed by a single product of theirs yet. So I think it would just be amazing to see them on the shelves at Ulta or Sephora. More specifically, probably Ulta. I just think price point wise, they probably would fit in there, and like branding wise, a little bit better than Sephora, because Sephora is very high end, and a lot of their like body scrubs and things are under $20, which I think for accessibility is really nice. I think they're spot on with their pricing. I could just see them kind of like mixed in with that drugstore side of Sephora with Pacifica and Skin Fix and Derma E and all those brands. Like they would just fit in real nicely right there. And with their being a small operation, like I don't know if they have any plans to expand and to try to like reach out to other retailers, but it's a secret wish of mine because I think they're amazing and I would love to see their products in more hands and more people knowing about them and using them. I love promoting brands that are cruelty free and that use all natural ingredients and that like aren't pumping you full of dangerous or potentially dangerous chemicals. So I think they're doing good stuff. I would love to see them succeed and grow in 2019. So I just think it would be super, super cool to see them next to some other big major brands on the shelves at Ulta. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed hearing my little brand wish list. I'm really hoping by putting this intention out there into the universe, we can make this happen. I mean, within the last like year or two, so many new brands have come to Sephora and Ulta. It's kind of ridiculous. So I don't think it's too far-fetched that maybe some of these brands will show up on the new arrival section one of these days. And I would love to know what brands are on your wish list. Who do you want to see come to Sephora or Ulta? Are they any of the same brands as me? Is there somebody that I missed out that you're like, oh, I would love to be able to shop them at Sephora or Ulta? It would make my life so much easier. Tell me all about it in the comments section down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you know, like general beauty chats, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out so much. That YouTube algorithm, man, it can be a challenging thing. So every time you like my video, it helps me get seen by other cool, amazing people like yourself. If you want to see more of my face show up in your subscription feed, make sure you click the subscribe button before you click out of this video. And on that note, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. I'm gonna let you get back to it, but I will see you in the next one. Bye.